Nigeria has lost far too many talented young stars, each with a unique gifts that brought joy. From comedians and actors to musicians, dancers, and social media influencers, these individuals captured the hearts of fans across the country, only for their promising lives to be cut tragically short. Their deaths, whether sudden accidents, health complications, or other unforeseen tragedies, serve as stark reminders of how fragile life can be, especially for those chasing dreams at a young age. In this list, we remember Nigerian stars who died very young. Ada Jesus at age 23. Ada Jesus, a vibrant Nigerian comedian, brought laughter and light to countless people who saw their struggles reflected in her humor. At such a very young age, she had already faced battles that tested her resilience, including a severe kidney disease and a heated social media feud with prominent figures like Pastor Odumeje and actress Rita Edochie. In the middle of her challenges and rising fame, tragedy struck. At age 23, she succumbed to a sudden cardiac arrest, cutting short a life full of promise and talent. She died very young, leaving the comedy world mourning a star gone too soon. Her story ended at a very young age, a stark reminder of life's fragility. Kodak. At age 20, Love Divine, known as Kodak, was a dance sensation whose energy filled stages, music videos, and phone screens, giving young people hope that talent could change their story. At such a very young age, she had already danced her way into the hearts of fans who saw her as proof that dreams could come true. Then tragedy came suddenly. She lost her life in a domestic accident, an electric shock, ending her journey far too early. In the middle of rising fame, she was gone. She died very young, just 20 years old, reminding Nigerians how quickly joy can turn to grief. Her legacy remains, but her life ended very young, too soon. Nelson Gold, age 22. Nelson was a fast-rising Nollywood actor and model, chasing dreams the way many young Nigerians do, with faith, hustle, and hope. He had appeared in the popular films and TV shows, slowly building a name while holding on to his education as a graduate of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. In the middle of that promising journey, shortly after celebrating his birthday, life suddenly paused at the age of 22. He reportedly slumped on a movie set in Enugu, a place meant for creativity and progress, and was rushed to the hospital, where he was confirmed dead. He died very young on June 15, 2018. His story reminds Nigerians how fragile life is, especially when dreams end very young. Sanku, aged 25. Raji Samad Adetola, known as Mr. Sanku Comedy, was a famous TikToker who maintained a following of over 1.9 million people. From 2021, he built a massive following, proving that consistency and talent could lift someone from obscurity to millions of screens. In the middle of that rising journey, tragedy struck on the Oyo Obomosho Road in Ibadan. A ghastly car accident ended the night in tears, and despite being rushed to the hospital, hope faded. He died at age of 25, very young, alongside his friend, leaving fans stunned. His story reminds Nigerians how quickly life can change. He left this world very young, with laughter echoing behind him. Okui Chukwujeku, age 27. Okui Chukwujeku was a gifted Nollywood actor and comedian whose humor reflected the everyday Nigerian spirit, laughter born from struggle and hope. At just 27, he was still chasing bigger roles, moving from set to set with the belief that tomorrow would be better. In the middle of that youthful journey, life ended suddenly. During a movie shoot in Anambra, he reportedly slumped after an asthma attack, turning a normal workday into a tragedy. On September 5th, 2017, Nigeria lost a young talent full of promise. He died very young, leaving colleagues shocked and dreams unfinished. His story ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fragile life is, even in moments of joy and hard work. Ngozi Chiemeke, aged 19. Ngozi was a rising Nollywood actress, quietly building her dreams through films like Love Without Conscience, Just a Wish, Money Fever, and Who Runs the City. Like many young creatives in Nigeria, she combined passion with survival, running a POS shop in Delta State to support herself while chasing her acting career. In the middle of that everyday hustle Nigerians know too well, tragedy struck. On December 7, 2021, she was shot dead at her shop by unknown gunmen, turning a normal workday into heartbreak. She died very young, leaving behind fear, unanswered questions, and anger. Her killers remain at large. A story ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fragile life and dreams can be. Esther Thomas, age 26. Esther, known online as Sunshine, was only 26 when she passed away on January 9, 2026. Through her skit-style videos, she brought laughter to nearly 500,000 followers who saw her as a bride's escape from everyday stress. In the middle of her rising influence, pain quietly crept in. What started as stomach discomfort in late December worsened, leading to her hospital visit and scans that revealed a large fibroid. Surgery was meant to bring relief, and it was said to be a successful one, but complications followed. She died very young, leaving shock, confusion, and grief behind. Her life ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fragile tomorrow can be. Olamide David, age 15. Olamide was a talented child actor whose performance in Cobweb earned him the Best Kids Award at the 2015 Best of Nollywood Awards, a rare achievement that filled many with pride. At such a very young age, he represented hope, the kind that makes parents believe their children's dreams are valid. In the middle of that bright future, tragedy struck during something every Nigerian child relates to, playing football with friends. He sustained a fatal abdominal injury and was rushed to Ikeja General Hospital. On January 18, 2016, his young life ended at just 15 years old. He died very young before his dreams could fully unfold. His story ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fragile childhood and promise can be. Chinedu Bernard, age 20. Chinedu Bernard was a Nollywood actress whose life was filled with promise, but it ended abruptly in April 2022. At such a very young age, she was active in her community and her faith, performing simple acts like cleaning her church, moments that many Nigerians can relate to as part of everyday devotion. During one of these moments at the chapel of St. Leo in the Great Catholic Church, she slumped unexpectedly and was rushed to East Side Hospital in Enugu State, where she was confirmed dead at the age of 20. Questions about her death remained unanswered, prompting calls for an autopsy. She died very young, leaving dreams unfinished and the community heartbroken. Her story ended at a very young age, a stark reminder of life's fragility. Mohbad, age 27. Mohbad, the Afrobeat singer and songwriter signed to Malian Music, was only in the prime of his career when he passed on September 12, 2023. Known for hit songs like Buma Sweets, Feel Good, and Sorry, he had become a voice for many young Nigerians chasing dreams in music, hustling, and nightlife. At such a very young age, his life ended tragically after being injected with drugs by a licensed nurse called to treat an injury from a fight with a friend. His death sparks outrage and protest, leaving fans and the music community in grief and anger. He died at age 27, leaving a vibrant legacy cut abruptly. The story ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fleeting life can be. Rico Suave, age 29. Rico, also known as Patrick Fakoya, was a musician and actor who's gained widespread recognition through Big Brother Nigeria Season 3. At such a very young age, he had already released popular songs like Emotions, Only You, and Fresh and Clean, carving a place for himself in the hearts of Nigerians who followed his journey. In the middle of his rising star, tragedy struck. He was involved in a car accident that left him critically injured, and despite being rushed to the hospital, he was pronounced dead in 2022. He died at age 29, leaving dreams unfulfilled and fans mourning. His story ended at a very young age, a stark reminder of life's fragility. Stanley Okoro, age 28. Stanley Okoro, popularly known as Rabbi or Junior Ibu, was a Nollywood actor and MC whose comedic talent lit up screens in movies like The Visitor, The Prophet, My Calabar Wife, and Johnny Goes to School. At such a very young age, he had become one of the funniest actors Nigerians loved to watch, bringing laughter that reminded many of home. family, and everyday struggles. In the middle of his rising career, tragedy struck. On August 11, 2021, he passed away at the age of 28 after suffering severe food poisoning. Just days after sharing a post on Instagram, he died very young, leaving colleagues and fans mourning deeply. His story ended at a very young age, a harsh reminder of how fragile life can be. Destiny Boy, 22. Destiny Boy, whose real name was Afiz Adesina, was a Nigerian singer. At such a very young age, he had already captured the hearts of fans with his music and presence, balancing fame with the private struggles of a long-term health condition. For years, he battled severe seizures that left him stiff, restless, and sometimes behaving as if he were losing control. Episodes he kept hiding from the public in the middle of his life. Despite hospital visits, traditional treatments, and support from loved ones, his condition persisted. Shortly before his death, a sudden seizure forced him to be rushed to the hospital, where he was confirmed dead. He was only 22. When he passed on January 18, 2026, he died very young, leaving dreams unfinished and the family in deep grief. His story ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fragile life can be, even for those who seem strongest. Breaking Face, age 23. Breaking Face, a popular social media commentator and influencer from Delta State, was only 23 when he passed away on October 1, 2021. At such a very young age, he had built a name for himself, using humor and commentary to entertain fans who followed him across social media. In the middle of life's usual rhythm, tragedy struck quietly. He went to bed healthy but did not wake up the next morning. His decomposing body was later recovered just 4 days before what would have been his birthday. He died very young, leaving family, friends, and fans mourning a life and career that had barely begun. His story ended at a very young age, a stark reminder of life's fragility. Da Green, age 26. Da Green, a lyrical genius in Nigerian hip-hop, was only 26 when tragedy struck in Lagos, cutting off a life full of promise. At such a very young age, he had already captured the attention of fans with his unique style and thought-provoking lyrics, becoming a voice for the struggles and dreams of many young Nigerians. In the middle of his rising career, a car accident silenced that talent forever, leaving sorrow in every corner of the music scene. He died very young, leaving his legacy of unfulfilled potential. His story ended at a very young age, reminding Nigerians how fragile life and dreams can be. Favor Daniels, age 26. Favor, a talented comedian and actress, was only in the early years of her promising career when tragedy struck on February 5, 2023. At such a very young age, she had already brought laughter to countless fans through her hilarious social media skits and had built her own brand as the CEO of Favor's World Entertainment. In the middle of a joyful boat trip with friends, the unexpected happened. The boat capsized and she drowned, cutting her vibrant life tragically short. She died very young, leaving fans, colleagues, and loved ones in deep sorrow. Her story ended at a very young age, a painful reminder of how fragile life can be. Before this video comes to an end, make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Right here on your screen, there is a video ready for you to watch. And trust me, you don't want to skip it. Just click on it now. Yes, go ahead and tap it so you can jump straight into the next video we've prepared for you. Don't wait until this video ends because it will go away. Click now and I will see you in the next video.